So, ladies, how would you defend yourself against a rapist? Would you fight back? Would you scream? How about tell your attacker you've got an STD? Well, the University of Colorado posted a list for tips for women on what to do if you're attacked, and it triggered a lot of outrage. Just to point out, for example, number 6, it says tell your attacker you have a disease or you're menstruating, okay? Number 7, tell your attacker, well, vomit on your attacker, urinate on your attacker. It'll convince them not to go after you. You know, a lot of women were offended by this. Some think it's a good idea. Others think it's a joke. Now the university has actually apologized and taken this list down.
That web page was created in 2006. It was really created as a supplement for people who had completed a very rigorous self-defense class that we have here on campus.
Steak, you've got 2 daughters.
Yeah.
What's your take?
Well, I don't understand what the outcry. Why is that a bad thing to recommend that? They didn't say that's the only thing. They didn't say start whistling Dixie. They said these may be options. There are a lot of options. Options are don't end up in, know your surroundings better. The options are know who you're with. The options are limiting alcohol, and certainly in cases on universities. But what are people upset about? I mean, those sound like options that could possibly change the environment or deter. What's the downside?
Really? I think this is about violence.
Right.
I mean, if a guy wants to rape you, whatever
rape you, it doesn't matter. None of those things matter. I think the problem that a lot of people are having with this is because it puts more of the onus and the blame on the victim as opposed to the perpetrator. That you're in control of what's happening to you, so you should pee on him. You should tell him you have an STD. Rape is not about that. Rape is a crime of power, of control, of someone that wants to overpower you.
On the flip side of that, then on the flip side of that, what do you say? Don't do those things?
Right.
I don't see
we're
how
not saying don't do those things, but in the heat of the moment, I can't make myself vomit. If someone's raping me, I'm not going to make myself vomit. I may not have. That's in there. It's in there.
But I get the sense that the list was saying you must do these things to protect. I don't think it's about blaming the woman.
These are things that you can do to protect yourself from being raped, and that's not true.
No. What it said is this is an option if it's happening to you to perhaps get out of the scenario. And by the way, where's the evidence that says that vomiting on somebody is not going to help you in that scenario? Why can't that work?
Do you have numbers?
I do have some numbers. So 1 in 5 college women are raped during their time in college. 1 in 5, and that's a staggering number. Also, 85% of rapes are committed by someone who the victim already knows.
Right. Well, to me, it speaks more to, look, I was in a fraternity in college, and I understand only too well to be able to tell my daughters about it, the environment that creates it, which is most of the times alcohol.
It's not just drinking, though. It's not just because...
Or being put in a situation where you don't know your surroundings.
Right.
Going back somewhere where you don't know who's going to be there. Being alone, whether it's a fraternity house or a dorm room or an apartment, any of those things. You don't know your environment.
Those are all proactive steps, and I agree with you there. Those are proactive steps that keep you from being in a position to be raped, but they certainly don't keep someone from being raped. If that's going to happen, if someone wants to rape you, if you have that type of guy or girl out there that wants to attack you, they're going to do it no matter what the circumstances are. Alcohol is not necessarily a factor.
The only problem I have with that is, and I understand, rape is more about control than it is about sex. I know that from seeing these cases over and over again, but I will say this. It's almost as if you're saying that if somebody is in that situation, there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do. And I think this list was there to say, hey, maybe these are things that might work.
Here's some advice.
Right. We're going to
give it a shot.
We're going to keep the conversation going, guys.